right, everybody. Can anybody tell me what time it is? That's right. Now, before we could go in, just a quick word about text messaging. Actually, I forgot to do this part, so I'm going to actually talk as I do it because you know what? I've got practice of doing it. No, I did do this. Okay, good. All right. Well, a word about text messaging. When I'm on stage and I receive a text message, it can really throw me off. It's like hitting the wall, except it's a wall of text, and that can be really distracting. I have mine in the off position, so if you send me a text, I will not receive it until after this event is over. When the event's over, I can respond then, but really the very best way to reach us is by joining our Discord. You'll find that and other contact information on this beam right below me right here. And, you can go ahead and take a photograph of that using your menu wheel. You got a camera there. And once you take that picture, it'll be available after the event under the photo section of the altvr.com website. It's much easier than writing stuff down in VR. What the heck, what? Princess Bev, what's going on? What the heck, what? The heck, what?
I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, if somebody's bothering you, can always put your personal space bubble on. That can help. Or block them. That helps too. All right, everybody. So if I could direct your attention to your menu wheel in your lower left, you notice at the very top of that menu wheel is a microphone icon. When that microphone icon is clear, it means we can hear you and everything that's happening in your environment. Now, you may not be aware of what you sound like in Altspace. Especially if you're new, you might have some feedback that you don't know about. Maybe you got some voices or music playing in the background. Maybe your neighbors are screaming because they're on a game show that involves that. Things like that can happen. You may find that one of my moderators or my producer turns your microphone to red. If that should happen, don't feel like you can't express yourself. You're going to notice in your menu wheel, you have this pink cheek smiley face. And when you click on it, it offers you a wide variety of options with which to express yourself. I'll leave it to you to choose which one is the most appropriate. But if I could, I would like to reserve this one because it's a giant hand sticking out of your head. It's by far the most distracting of all the emojis ever made. And we're going to use this as kind of a signal. So if something goes wrong, right, you're going to let me know about it. Like if my voice starts cracking or, maybe an actual kraken shows up and it snatches Popat. That can happen sometimes. We're going to, let me know about that by raising that hand. It's a good way to let me know what's going on. Like right now, Nick Briganti is going crazy with the hand here. What's going on? Is there a problem? Oh, you're just going like that? No, you're just demonstrating, trying it out? Okay, cool. All right, good to know. All right, but that's how it's going to work. You see, I saw the hand and I addressed the problem. That's what goes on there. Now, I've hosted over 800 events in Altspace, and you know what? That's a lot. It really is. And in that time, the question I get asked the most is, why are we here? You're going to hear this throughout the event. People coming in. I heard it when I first walked in. Somebody was asking about it, and you're going to hear people walking in saying, "What's going on? What is this all about? What's going on, Blade Mitchell? You got background noise. I hear myself. That's going to be real distracting, especially if you might want to turn that microphone down. So I got you muted just to handle that. Especially for a YouTube audience. Occasionally, you get people standing on the camera too, and they'll go like this. They'll go. And a couple minutes later they'll go again. So just be mindful of your environment. We do have people watching out on YouTube. All right. So now, as I said, I hosted 800 events in Altspace. In that time, the question I get asked each and every day is, why are we here? During this event, people are going to come in like halfway through, and they're going to come in and they're going to go, what's going on here? I want you to turn around, and I want you to look at them, and I want you to say these three wonderful words down here. All right. Because listen, I tried super descriptive event descriptions. I tried putting on the event title itself, and none of it works. Nobody reads that stuff. So what I do is, like, on the front of the stage, right below the podium, I keep these three little words right here, these three beautiful words that say it all, to keep us on point, to keep us focused. So everybody, let's try it out. Why are we here?
Feed a shark.
All those people out there, you're going to have to do better than that. Come on, chant it, people. Let me hear it. Feed a shark. To feed a shark. Everybody. To feed a shark. Come on, everybody. To feed a shark. To feed a shark. Now, people coming in right now think weird. So, all right, and that's why we're here. We're here to feed a shark. And in order to feed a shark, we're going to need a shark. And that's why we have my friends, Melvin, Buster, and Fang. They're going to help us out today. We're going to try to get them fed. Because listen, they look good now, but they didn't always look this way. All right, there was once a very sad time in my Altspace history when I first arrived, when they were looking really thin. They were falling away to nothing, and I was desperate. I was so desperate, in fact, that I became an Altspace event host. It started to work. We had hundreds of people coming to our events and experiences, and I was thrilled, but nobody was willing to help me feed a shark because it turns out you need some incentive. All right. It's not enough to expect you to be a hero to help me save the virtual environment, one virtual shark at a time. No, you need some incentive. And we have that for you. All right, for today, we're going to be giving away our brand new prize kit. All right. And we call it a holiday prize kit, but it's not just for the holiday because you got a weather system in there. You got a thing that makes it snow. You got some ice couches, all that kind of stuff. And right now it's empty, but you're going to be seeing items appear in it from now to January 10th. Consider the items that will appear in there experimental until the 10th brew because we're getting the finishing touches on that. All right. But in the next few days, you're going to see the first few items going in there. We got some custom items for our regulars. It's going to be really nice. All right. So, if you'd like a chance to win this brand new kit, and by the way, stuff in this kit isn't stuff that you'd find in the Unity store. It's not stuff you'd find on Sketchfab. All these models are handmade by us, right? And they're completely original. All right, I think you're going to enjoy them. They got some really cool stuff in there. Got this cool fire effect in there, like it's like a brazier with a fireplace. Really good stuff coming out there. We're going to want you to come in and check that out. All right, so if you want a chance to win one of these prizes, the way this is going to work is you're going to see on your lower right, a raise hand button is going to appear as if by magic. If you look right down there, you should see it. And all you have to do is press that raise hand button one time. It'll turn blue, and that's all you need to do. We're going to ask you that if you do come up and participate in the show, you need to be able to have your microphone open. Because we're going to need to be able to talk to you. Otherwise, you can hand signal your answers. That has worked in the past, but it'd be a lot easier if we could talk to you. All right. See, we only out of a crowd this size so far, I only have 2 volunteers. Oh, wait a minute! It jumped to 7. That's 7 people want to help me feed a shark. That's awesome. Friends like variety. That's good. All right. Wow, it's up to 8. That's impressive. I wonder if we keep talking, if we can get to 9 plus. Somebody's waving their hand vigorously. All right. Well, let's see. Melvin, Buster, and Fang, would you like to hear tonight's specials? All right. Let's see who's on the menu, everybody. The irony there is it absolutely is a menu. Kind of funny. All right. Let's see here. Who do we have on our list? Well, we got so many choices today. Well, we've got Loving Joe. We're going to have Loving Joe up. Right. Also, we have somebody named Miko. All right. We're going to have Miko up. And also we have somebody named, let's see, Fruit Twist. All right, let's see. There we go. All right. So if I've called your name, please, cross over these bridges here. And come on up to the stage. Be very careful because our insurance company only covers so much. Zeddy, what are you waving at? You look like you're really trying really hard to get my attention. What's going on? What's going on? You're excited? Excited? Oh, you're just trying to get my attention? Are you going to watch that, man? Because when you do that, the moderators start looking at you funny. So be careful, man. I'm looking out for you. They look at you and they're like, wow, that looks really distracting. I don't know about this one. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's take a moment to get to know all of you. All right. Now, Fruit Twist, you've been on the show before, I think. Yes, your name's very familiar.
I have, yes.
You have. You actually won once before, right?
Twice.
Ooh, look at this. A professional, everybody. And you're here to win the new kit?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Where did you hear about the new kit?
They'll be against it now.
Literally about 2 seconds ago when you mentioned it.
2 seconds ago. She just heard it here. Wow, news travels fast, doesn't it? In Altspace. How long have you been around Altspace for?
11 months.
11 months. Wow, that's a long time. And in the time you've done everything, you've seen all the things, and you finally had enough. And you've chosen to go out like this. It's very noble, everybody.
Yes.
Very noble. That's neat. Well, can we ask where in the world you're from, Fruit Twist?
England.
England. Wow, cool. Very nice. Look at it. We're crossing oceans, everybody. All right, now let's see here. How about you, Loving Joe? Where are you from?
England as well.
England also. Wow. Okay, we're going to have an international incident today. I can feel it. And how long have you been around Altspace for?
About 10 weeks.
10 weeks. That's still relatively fresh, but you've seen all the things, right? I mean, you pretty much you looked around. You've done it all. You've had enough. That's good. That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's good. That's nice. All right. Now, how about you, Miko? Am I saying your name right, first of all? It could be Miko.
Yes, you're saying correctly.
Yeah, okay, so it's Miko. That's good. All right. And how long have you been around Altspace for?
Probably about a week.
Week. All right. This one's really fresh, everybody. Should we throw her back?
No.
Oh.
No.
All right. I'm sorry. My audience is like that. They're very cruel, Miko. I'm sorry. But can I ask you this? Where are you from in the world?
America.
America. Cool. And what do you think of Altspace so far?
It's pretty nice. It's cool.
Pretty nice.
A lot of potential.
Remember when we all thought that, everybody? Yeah. Don't worry. That'll change fast. All right. Come on and join me up this ramp here. All right. And you come up top here, and you're going to notice up top we have these 3 yellow X's for your safety, comfort, and security. And if everybody would just pick out one yellow X to stand on where they feel comfortable, all right, we can get started, everybody. All right, excellent. Very good. And we're going to start out with the most important question I fell. Look at that gravity. I don't think you will appreciate the gravity situation. But now we're going to start out with the most important question that we ask here at Shark Time. I'm going to go back up here. All right. Now, Fruit Twist, let me ask you something. Do you consent to this?
I do, yeah.
You do, and you realize it's legally binding in all the countries.
Yes.
On land, in the ocean, parts of low Earth orbit, it all counts, right?
Planet-wide.
Yes, that's fine.
And you're not one of those runners, are you? We have a problem with those sometimes. We don't want runners.
No, I'll
Escape
let
is
you make
escape
if
is
I need
bad
to.
here at Shark Time, everyone. All right, now, Loving Joe, let me ask you a very important question. You consent to this.
I certainly do.
And do you realize in the deepest parts of the most unexplored regions of the Amazon jungle, this is completely legally binding?
I'm sure. I take your
Oh,
word for it.
excellent. That's good news. Well, oh yeah, it absolutely is. We got a great attorney, the great legal team here. Now, Miko, let me ask you, very important. Do you consent to this?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. That's good news. And you do realize that this is legally binding throughout the multiverse, and all the versions of Miko that ever was or ever will be are completely bound to this agreement. Yes?
Yeah, I'm cool being eaten by a shark. We're good.
Oh, excellent. Look at that enthusiasm, everybody. This is awesome.
Wow.
All right, well, everyone, the future of Altspace is in your hands. Right, and the way this is going to work is because what's going to happen is we're going to eliminate our volunteer contestants until only one remains. And that's what the future of Altspace is going to look like. But how do you make an awesome decision like that? It's a lot of pressure, I know. And the thing is, you have to get to know our volunteer contestants somehow. And we do this by asking questions. But don't worry, there are no right or wrong answers here at Shark Time. There are only those answers that can convince our wonderful audience that you deserve to survive more than the person next to you. That's it. Easy, right? Sound good?
Yeah.
You all
Good.
ready? Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
good, excellent. Well, let's start out with you, Fruit Twist. Fruit Twist, are you ready for your
Right.
question?
Not really, but I'll give it a go.
That's good, because I'm not ready at all.
This is fun.
All right, well, here we go. Let's start out. Now, on top of Mount Ravenhall, we've been running the Ravenhall Holiday Camp, and there it won't stop snowing. Now, Dr. Starling, our lead researcher, has been working on a solution for this because he's the one that created the problem in the first place. So as he's been researching, how to do this, and he's been looking around for answers, right? He's been studying coral, right, to find the answers because coral apparently have the ability to actually control the amount of cloud cover that's above the ocean. It can actually, in a way, control the weather. It's pretty amazing. So he thinks if we investigate coral, we'll find the answer. He thinks they have the technology. But my question is, where did they get it from?
Oh my.
Are you okay?
Well,
Fruit Twist, let me ask you, do you feel, for my own research, do you feel like put on the spot?
a little bit, yes.
Excellent. Oh, that's good news. You just made my day so much better. That's wonderful, everybody. We're doing our job. All right. So where do you think coral got the notion to control the weather?
Well, maybe they got it from the North Pole from Santa Claus.
I see. So it started out as a Christmas miracle, and they just kept it going. See, well, that's good. I like that. All right. How about you, Loving Joe? What do you say? Well, where do you think coral got the notion that they can control the weather? You had to start somewhere.
As in like a scientific answer, do you want? Or
It could be anything. Anything that's going to amuse our audience and keep you up there.
as far as I'm aware, I think it's to do with the sun and, keeping the waters clean and the fishies
think
happy.
the sun is in-
and yeah.
Wow. Okay, everybody. We're going to have to investigate the sun immediately. All right. Now, let me ask you, Miko, what do you think they got the idea from? That coral could
The
control weather?
idea of controlling the weather.
Yeah, like how'd that start?
Well, coral, I assume, can communicate with everything in the world. So what
Okay.
happened was coral woke up one day because the sun woke it up from the
Yeah.
depths of the ocean.
Yeah, we've
And
established the sun is in on it, yeah.
yeah, and the dolphins started doing some type of sonogram situation,
Wait,
screaming,
dolphins?
howling. And yeah,
Dolphins?
they're involved, and they were like, "Hey,
I knew
coral,
it. I knew
we
it.
need
Are you aware of the problem that
opinion."
we've had with dolphin hooliganism?
No, but let me
Dolphins are a
finish
real
what
problem
happened.
around here, everybody,
So
for those of you
the
that are new.
dolphins, they
Yeah.
said, we need you to change the weather because we don't know how to stay fields. And coral said, "Okay, well, make it hotter."
Now,
The dolphins, they do
you-
their voice thing, and it goes out into the sun, and it's like vibrations, and boom, control.
all right, two things here. First of all, do you think this is where the dolphins maybe went bad?
Yo,
stop
Yeah.
killing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. All right, secondly, you have a rich eternal life, don't you? I can tell.
good,
'cause
was
I'm that
good.
way.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. All right, excellent. That's a good quality. All right, now our wonderful audience has now a sense of what our volunteer contestants are all about, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our first vote and try to eliminate somebody. So we're going to ask our volunteers to turn around and face that back wall right there because it's super creepy and it also protects
Not
the
feeling
sanctity
good
of the
about
It's
this.
Shark Time vote. Very
Oh,
good.
my.
Very nice. All right. Let's see. Now I'm going to go up and while you now our voting system isn't working right now, but we have 3 volunteer contestants and we also have 3 fences. So we're going to ask if you are voting for Miko, all you have to do is move your avatar over to stand behind this fence right here. But let's say that you support Loving Joe. All you have to do is stand behind this middle fence right here. And if you support Fruit Twist, go ahead and stand behind this fence right over here. Now, while you all get into position, I'm going to go up and check on our volunteer contestants to see how they think they're doing. All right, Fruit Twist, how do you think you're doing today?
I'm ready to drop. So not great.
Ready to drop. But do you think you have a lot of supporters out there?
I'd probably have 2. That's about it.
Okay. Well, did you bring any friends today that can help?
Yeah, the 2.
Only 2. Okay. So somewhere out there are 2 people who think, oh wow, imagine that. Imagine if there's like really like 3 of them. They're all thinking like, I'm one of the 2. I'm one of the 2, but they're really not. Can you imagine that? All right. Let's see. Now, Loving Joe, let me ask you, how do you think you're doing? You think you got a lot of people behind you?
I think I'm in the same position. I think I didn't give a good enough answer, but I was trying to give a scientific-y type answer, and I don't think that's going to
Okay.
keep me up here either.
Okay, well, now's your chance to explain, because, you could still influence the audience, really. I mean, they're all moving around. Looks like they haven't finally officially decided yet.
I
You know,
think
if you
it was
wanna
just because
maybe
I was
give it-
thinking about how we try and protect the Asians and stuff. I think I maybe misunderstood the question, maybe. And
Well, I see. Well, excuse me 1 second. Fruit Twister, you're okay? You're going to want to stay on that X.
Oh,
You wanna stay on that X?
I'm in the X.
Oh, okay, well, just be very
Just
careful.
gonna
We want to
make
keep you
it-
on that X for your own
I
protection.
am. Don't worry.
All right, here we go.
I'll let them eat me.
It upsets my friends. They're down there and they hear you moving around. And they're like, "What's going on up there? What's going on?" Don't tease the sharks. Now, Miko, let me ask you, how do you think you're doing? You think you got enough support out there?
I think I gave a great explanation. Hopefully,
I think you did too.
it was realistic enough for the crowd. But the first time you wanted to boot me off, I didn't get booted. So I'm hoping we have the same vibes going on right now.
Okay, yeah, we're connecting. We're getting going. I see some emojis going up there too. That's good. That's always
Yeah.
good. Someone throwing up emojis.
Support
for you. That's
America,
good. Oh, okay, well there you go. I told you. There's going to be careful. There's going to be an international incident. Act natural.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Right?
Loving Joe, I got to ask you something. Very important. Do you have any plans later?
Question of doom.
Getting by a shark. I
Oh, that's
think.
good news. More importantly, does anybody know where you are right now?
This is gonna be.
Nope. Just
No.
this guy down
No one
here.
that's going to press charges or contact the admins or
No,
anything
no,
like
no,
that?
I'll be fine. No,
All right.
I'll be
That's
fine.
good news. Listen, I want you to hang out because there's still a chance to win. Sometimes people will pick people out of the audience and stuff. But you've been a great volunteer contestant, so let me give you some advice. On your way out, give us a good scream, one that'll concern your neighbors and alert anybody nearby that the imminent onset of shark time.
I will
Okay?
do.
Nah, this is bad,
Now,
dog.
Mr. Producer, if you could do the honors, please, I would surely appreciate that. And really just dig deep, Loving Joe. Give us the best scream you can. Oh, that was a pretty good one, everybody. That was good.
I heard it.
All right. We're going to ask everyone to mix up where you are so nobody can see how you vote. Go ahead and move around. And when you get where you're going, start moving your arms back and forth like this. Let me see, everybody. All right. Now, volunteer contestants can turn around and watch everybody doing this because it looks cool. Turn around and look at that. See, go ahead, look, face the audience. Look. There you go. Look at all of them going like that. Oh, that's amazing. I wonder how long we can keep them going like that. All right. They're still going. Look at that. They won't stop, everybody. That's amazing. Mrs. Producer, is the platform locked down? Because I'd like to have another volunteer up here, and I don't feel like getting my hair wet today.
Yeah, I thought about leaving it open, but it's been locked down.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
No.
All right. Well, the
What
good
is doing
news
the
is we have
Macarena?
another opening. All right, so we're going to see if we can get somebody else up here to stand over Buster and potentially win our world building kit. If you'd like a chance to win, just go ahead and press that raise hand button, and let's see who we have here. I'm calling the panel up right now. Let's see. Who do we have here? Who it's going to be? All right. It looks like we have somebody named Nick Briga. I hope I'm saying that right because sometimes I can't see the full name. Nick, are you out there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Okay.
Awesome.
So
How's
how
it
long have you
going?
been? It's going pretty well, actually. Hosting the show, doing good. Can I ask you how long have you been around Altspace for?
I got booted.
Honestly, for about like a year, on and off.
For
I
a
just
year,
got back on it
and
today.
off. Okay. Well, welcome
Yeah.
back. Have you noticed a lot of changes since you were last year?
Yeah, it's been it's a lot more user friendly. It's pretty cool. See a lot of different faces. Pretty neat.
Nice. Well, have you ever been to our show before?
Have ever been to what?
This show before?
No, I haven't. This is actually pretty cool. I love the whole concept. Very medieval.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, we like that. That's
I'm all
excellent.
for it.
Have you been around long enough to have a sense of what's going to happen?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I consent.
Well, I'm sorry in advance, but let me ask you this: you feel like you've had the full Altspace experience? You've really pretty much experienced everything,
Yeah, absolutely.
and this is how you. What's gone wrong in your life that you choose to go out like this?
Where's the other two?
Well, I mean, fuck it. I mean, I did everything right. So, I mean, what else do I got to live for?
I see. Well, can I ask you where you're from so the audience can get a sense of you?
United States, New Jersey.
United States of New Jersey. I see. And then I didn't realize they became a country. It's interesting. I got to keep up with the news more.
Yeah, my
Oh,
bad.
if you follow me up here, this ramp here, take a look over here. We're gonna
All
come
right, here we
on
go.
up.
Here we go.
Michael
All
Forrest.
right.
Is it big?
Yes,
We
Mr.
appear to
Producer,
have
what's
a
going
situation.
on? Oh no! We seem to be missing somebody.
Oh
She's
God.
in
Let's see,
the
well,
audience.
Let's get Nick concerned. In the audience. Okay, well, let's see. Where are you?
Right here.
Miko, are you out
Where?
there?
Oh, there you are, Miko. Let's see. Well, I don't know what happened here. Can you get back up? You should still be on the list. You should be able to walk across the bridge.
Ooh,
Oh,
should be over here.
I'm
There
back.
you go. All right, good. All right, let's see.
Thank
Can everybody hear me?
you.
Go. Okay. All right, excellent. We'll get you back into position. Is that better, Mrs. Producer? We're good?
Precisely what I wanted. Thank you.
All right, good. Well, I almost forgot the most important question we asked here. It's a good thing I remembered because I don't want legal yelling at me later. Nick, let me ask you something very important. Do you consent to this?
Yes.
And you realize this is legally binding all over the planet Earth and low Earth orbit, parts of deep space, and even a Martian colony?
Yes.
Yes, and I even got a thumbs up on that one. So that's super official, everybody. All right, so now we're
It's
going to move
legit.
into our second round. And this time we're going to start out with you, Miko. All right, welcome back. Miko, what happened? Did you lose your connection?
No, I just summoned somewhere I've never been before. Like all the way over there somewhere. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what
so
happened.
you just appeared somewhere else. Okay, so that might be some alt space weirdness that can happen from time to time. But we're going to start out with
Yeah.
you. Are you ready for your question?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, let's see what we have for you. All right, well, speaking of coral reefs, because we just mentioned it before, all right, they're actually very noisy places. All right, Australia's Great Barrier Reef is so noisy, it makes New York City sound like a quiet library. All right, and it's fascinating. And scientists have found out that it's not just the coral reef that's making the noises, but the population of these coral reefs. So they're trying to match the sounds to the fish that they go with. All the whoops and the whistles and the clicks, and they're trying to find out what goes with what. And it's an exhaustive process. So we'd like to know, if you were one of these fish, what would you sound like, Nico?
If I was a fish in Australia,
Yes,
Okay.
on the Great Barrier Reef, what sound would you make?
I would make, watch out, fish. They are trying to hunt you down, the humans. Ah.
Okay, let me ask you this, Miko. Just out of curiosity, how many fish do you think on the Great Barrier Reef actually speak English?
I feel like they
It's a
can
lot.
mix it up, because they probably heard
Yeah, man.
they probably have like Australia accents,
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's actually a thing, believe it or not. I heard that birds in Germany actually have a German accent. Birds in Scotland have a Scottish accent. Believe it or not, they actually studied this, and all around the world, the animals actually have accents too. It's pretty funny, and true. Look that up
Yeah, I was
after.
talking
Look,
about
who says you don't learn
Scotland.
anything in a Shark Time? They said this event wasn't educational. It is. It absolutely is. All right, Fruit Twist. Let me ask you. Same question.
Yes.
If you were a fish on the Great Barrier Reef of Australia, what sound would you make?
Well, I would probably be a party fish. So
Party
like
fish, okay.
so like woo, buddy. Whoop, whoop,
I see you would actually swim through the water going woo, like that. You'd be cheering out going woo. Let's hear what that sounds like. Even better. Even better, Fruit Twist. Let's see you do it. Like, let's see you swim the arms like this. Yeah. There you go. There, everybody, I give you Fruit Twist, the party fish. Newly discovered species. All right, there you go. All right, very nice. All right, now, Nick, it's all on you. All the pressure. If you were a fish,
All
Great
the
Barrier
pressure.
Reef, what would you sound like?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to agree
Feel
with
put on the
Miko
spot,
on
Nick?
this. I feel like she
Nick,
was
do you feel
going
put
really
on the
good with
spot?
English.
I need to know.
If I sound like a fish, I'd probably have a deep, razzy Batman voice, like, "Oh,
See.
oh, Find Nemo, something along the lines of that.
I see. All right. Well, if anybody,
Nice.
you know, because that sounds like some copyright infringement. If anyone involved in the making of Finding Nemo would like to sponsor our show, please contact us. Also, Nick, let me ask you. When I ask you the question, did you feel put on the spot at all? I need to know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's good news. That's wonderful. All right. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to ask you to turn around and face that back wall again because we're about to have another elimination. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to ask our audience to vote for who their favorite volunteer is by standing behind their corresponding fence. So if you are supporting Miko, go ahead and stand behind this fence right here. Now, if you support our newcomer, Nick, go ahead and stand behind this middle fence right here. Let's see there. And we also have, let's see, Swag Ranger. It's like down there. And okay, that's interesting. And if you support Fruit Twist over here, I can stand right behind this fence right here. All right, you guys get the idea. And while you get in position, I'm going to go up and see how our volunteer contestants are doing. All right, how you feeling? Oh, actually, you're not Miko at all. Imposter Fruit Twist. I'll get to you back in a moment. Miko, I like the way I covered that mistake. It was good, right?
Yeah.
Good, excellent. You got to think quick on your feet, which is difficult in Altspace because we don't have any. It's tough.
Of
How do you
course,
think
of
you're
course.
doing?
I hope I'm doing well, but
Okay.
I think my scream at the end was pretty good for the fish, you know,
Yeah,
or the
for
coral.
fish, definitely.
Coral
Yeah,
fish,
absolutely. Do it for the coral. All right. Well, it looks like you're doing pretty well, actually. All right. Now, Nick, let me ask you, how do you think you're doing? You think the audience loves you?
I have no idea. I can't choose how they feel, but I'm not.
Great. Well, that's
pretty
fascinating.
nervous.
Listen, if you survive today, I want you to make me a promise. I want you to see a doctor about that. Can you do that for me? All right, excellent. Good, excellent. All right, now Fruit Twist, how is it you think you're doing? Do you think you're insanely popular? You think the audience is really into you?
No, I'm just hoping that my two friends will be on my side.
Well, we do record these events, and when it comes out on YouTube and you watch it, you can see possibly that they weren't for you. And if
Yeah,
that should
and
happen, what are you going to say to your friends? You find
they
they're in a
were
different
clearly
position.
not my friends, and
Let's
I
find
would
out.
turn up at
Let's
their
find out.
houses.
Let's take the time to find out. I think this is important research. So hang on right here. Now, Fruit Twist's friends, if you could identify yourself by raising your hands right there. Just let me see where you are. You know what? You got some good friends. Fruit Twist, you do. All right.
It's more than
They're
two.
standing right behind you.
Seeing more than two.
Nice. Oh yeah, you knew that was going to happen, but you went by the speed of the hands. I could tell which ones they are, Mr. Twist. I have powers like that. All right. So what we're going to do now is let's see. It's looking pretty close, but I think Nick, let me ask you a question. Do you have any plans later?
Oh no.
I actually didn't have nothing planned.
It's wonderful news. Better question. Does anybody know where you are right now?
My girlfriend.
Oh, is your girlfriend, was she happy with you, Nick?
You know what? Not recently, no.
Not recently? All right, so this might be the solution she's been looking for. Is she the type to press charges?
No, she's the type of person to hit me.
Oh, okay. So she'd be into this. Is she there with you now, Nick?
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Good news. All right, Mr. Producer, if you would do the honors, please. And Nick, listen, you've been a wonderful volunteer. We give you some friendly advice. On your way out, if you give us a good quality scream, dig from deep down. Just let that scream flow right out of you. It'll really help the process.
Got it.
Will. All right, Mr. Producer,
here we
anytime
go.
you're ready. All right, Nick. Thanks for joining
Oh
us.
God!
Oh, wow. That was a quality scream, everybody. You heard that? That was good news. All right,
Yeah.
everybody, mix up where you are, scatter, all right, so that we can't see how you voted. And when you get where you're going, start waving your arms around above your head, just like this, so I know that you're securely in place. That looks like it'll do it. I'm going to ask our volunteer contestants to turn back around and face the audience. There we go. Very nice. All right. Now we're going to move right now into our third round. And as we do, when you came in tonight, you may have noticed that we have a Patreon sign in the lobby. We also have a buy us a coffee link over here. And that's because we are trying to raise funds to put on more interactive experiences just like this one for all of you. And also a portion of what we collect is going to go to the Bimini Shark Lab. And what we're going to do is they do a wonderful organization where they raise awareness about some of the environmental challenges facing sharks in our oceans today, some of the horrific practices like shark finning and all that kind of thing. They do amazing work, and we want to thank you for helping us support them. We want to thank you for coming out to our shows and supporting us in that way. And also those of you that subscribe to us on YouTube, we like you just a little bit better. It's not much better. It's a little bit. I see a hand going up there from, let's see, Haley and Aeon. What's going on? You got is there a problem? That's our signal. So you're gonna have to unmute yourself. You're just throwing up those emojis. Okay.
It was meant to be
Hand.
a clap, and I put the wrong side.
It's meant to be a clap.
All right.
Or the giant hand is our signal, though.
It's a giant
That's our
clap.
signal. It tells me there's a problem. Okay. All right. All right. So we're clapping. That's good. I like it when you guys clap. All right. That's excellent. All right. So there isn't a problem. Good to know. All right. So now we're going to move into our third round, everyone. All right. So let's see here. All right. So we've got our 2 volunteers left. We only need 1. All right. So we're going to try to eliminate one of them by asking them a question. All right. And this time we're going to start out with, let's see. Let's start out with Fruit Twist. Fruit Twist, are you ready for your question?
No.
You're not ready. What do we do with this, everybody? All right, let's move on. Miko, are you ready?
Sure. Throw
You
some at
sure?
me.
First question. All right, 2-parter here. How do you feel about the way Fruit Twist just threw you under the bus like? It's messed up, right?
No emotion with it. I'm cool with it.
You're cool with it? All right, that's good.
Yeah.
You see, everybody,
Comedy.
Miko's a nice person. You see that? If that were me up there, I'd been like, how dare you, Fruit Twist? I'd vow revenge. It would be this whole thing. It'd be a long campaign of destruction. It would be a beautiful thing. All right, now, Miko, all right, let's get your question ready for you here. All right, let's see here. Now, Fang over here, that's floating really, swimming just under Fruit Twist here. Right, Fang isn't exactly the best gift giver. At the Ravenhall Christmas party, it was really bad. Fang gave out these large, they were kind of like brick shaped. These large bricks of seaweed. That's all it was. It was just like this square thing of seaweed. It was like I didn't know what I was looking at. And so it wasn't really the best gift. We've teased him about it since. And today we'd like to make him feel a little bit better if we can. All right. So we'd like you to tell us about the worst gift that you've ever received.
Ooh, the worst gift I ever received.
Something you had to exchange, something you just didn't like, or maybe you were the one that gave it. Maybe you gave a really bad gift that didn't go over so well. We'd like to hear about it.
Oh, that's actually a hard question to answer.
Good. Those are favorite kind.
I'll say you just make something up. The worst gift I'll ever be
Wait a
given
second.
was
Wait.
bills.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, Miko. You would lie to my audience?
You said say anything, but it won't be a lie.
Good.
Watch
No,
this.
that's good. Anything to survive. I think, great. That's perfect.
I gotta
Not
survive.
that I would ever lie to all you people. I'm close to all of you. All right. So now, Miko, what do you say? The worst gift you've ever been given? You said gills?
No. So you all
Okay.
know I'm not lying to you because you all probably agree. But the worst gift I ever received for the holiday was bills for the lights,
bills.
the water, to
Oh,
take a shower,
I
to
was going to say
host
gills
people
didn't
at my
sound so
home.
bad, but bills sound so much worse. That's horrible.
No. Bills are horrible. I should just be able to take
is
things,
comedy,
live,
bro.
eat, breathe for
Right?
free.
All right,
Yes,
you know what?
and
I
that
think
should
we
be
all-
the
I think
gift.
that resonates with everybody here. Everybody feeling that down deep? Seeing a lot of nods. All right. Well, Fruit Twist, that's a lot of pressure. It's on you. The worst gift you've ever received. Let's hear it.
Worst gift. My family member, I'm not going to throw him under the bus, gave
Okay.
me a gift. It's not a blow up boyfriend. And she ended up stealing it herself.
I see. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Wow. I don't know what to do with that, everybody.
That is
Okay,
interesting.
that's interesting. Well, let me ask you. You said you didn't want to throw your family member under the bus, but you were perfectly willing to throw Miko under the bus before. Why is that?
I wouldn't say I'd throw under the bus. I just said no and just hope for the best that you moved on. If you didn't, I would have been ready anyway.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it was just a gamble kind of a thing. It was nothing personal.
Yeah.
She threw you under the bus.
50-50.
Yeah. So let's see how this goes. Now, Miko, let me see here. Now, Miko, let me ask you a very important question. Why is it that you deserve to live more than Fruit Twist over here?
Oh, shit.
I deserve to live more because I pay my bills on time.
Wow. Okay. And you're sure that Fruit Twist doesn't? You can tell us by looking.
It doesn't matter. I pay my bills. Don't kill me because I paid my bills this month and I gotta, live to enjoy it. Please don't kill me.
Okay. Well, let's see. Now, Fruit Twist. Let me ask you. How long have you had to manage your finances?
Well, I'm actually a debt advisor, so I actually
Oh,
advise
wow.
people on how to get out of debt. So I'm
So
quite
Miko
good
got that completely
financially,
wrong.
and I also help people financially as well. So,
All right, and listen, everybody. We've learned something else here tonight. If you happen to be like, one of those commercials on TV for a psychic hotline, and it's Miko's commercial, you don't want to call. It's not very good at it. All right. So, Fruitus, let me ask you, why is it that you deserve to live more than Miko?
because I also pay my bills on time and I give advice, help people pay their bills on time. So
Wow.
it's a two-way thing.
You know what? For any creditors out there that are, watching the show and want to sponsor us, look at all the financially responsible people we have on the show. I'm just saying that's a good example. All right. So what we're going to do now is going to get a sense of an idea of how the audience likes both of you. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to turn around one last time and face that back wall one more time. All right. And we're going to ask
I want to
our
live,
audience.
guys.
There we go. One last impassioned plea for Miko. Now we're going to ask if you're rooting for Miko, go ahead and stand on this side of the aquadrome. And if you are supporting Fruit Twist, go ahead and stand on this side of the aquadrome. And I'm going to go up and I'm going to check in with our volunteer contestants one final time to see how they think they're doing. All right, let's start out with Fruit Twist this time. All right, Fruit Twist, let me ask you.
Hello.
How do you think you're doing?
Well, it's 50-50. I'm just taking it as it
50-50.
comes.
Oh, hang on a
really.
second. There's something going on. What's going on, guys? It's $1,000 where?
Just in here, look. Come on up.
Say this again now. What are you saying? You know this is a family show?
There's a naked lady down here.
You do know that this is a family show, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So those are my parents right there in the back. Want to say hello? Go ahead and wave to my parents. Yeah, let's not do that, okay? That's not cool. All right, everybody. All right, so now what we're going to do, all right, Fruit Twist, sorry for the interruption. There was a big commotion over there. I had to see what was going on.
That's all
I thought it was
right.
being left out. Fruit Twist, how do you think you're doing?
50-50.
50-50. Somebody out there is so on your side that they're actually saying that there's something in the audience over there to see. I can't say because it's a family show. Oh, wow, he's still talking. Still going on. Wow. Listen, you. Take a hint. Alien, take a hint. All right, good. All right, excellent. All right, moderators, you know what to do. All right, Miko, let me ask you, how do you think you're doing?
I'm pretty nervous because I know she has recruiters on her team. So,
Apparently.
she says she has friends that could like, hey, come over here. And plus she had a good reason to live.
It is looking pretty close. I got to say, it is looking pretty close. I'm going to need some help. Mr. Producer, can you tell me what you think the count is here?
It is extremely close. I think we're going to need one more question.
One more question. All right, let me see if I got one more question. Here we go. All right, actually, I do. All right, let's see. All right, we're not going to have you turn around for this. We're just going to ask. Right? And so if this affects your vote at all, move over to the other side if you like the answer, okay? Now, Miko, let me ask you this. With the new year approaching, all right, my friends are telling me how they're going to do things differently this time around the sun, right? They're going to change everything, right? So we want to know, what's your New Year's resolution?
I have a few. Can I say them all or just you care?
Sure, we'd love to hear it. Might get you some votes.
So I have a very average. First one is to lose about 20 pounds. But not today. Not trying to lose 20
I
pounds
wouldn't want to
today,
do that all
everyone.
at once. That might not be healthy.
Yeah. And then to do more volunteer work. I feel like
That's
I
nice.
should give back to the community a lot more I live in.
That's cool.
And to hopefully graduate college. That's it.
Very nice. Those are all good. Now, I see a lot of emojis going from the side, yet they're not fully moving over for you. That's interesting to me.
Oh.
So they like your answer, but they don't like it enough to move their position. That's interesting. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Let's see. Oh, wow, they're still not moving. That's interesting. All right. Now, Fruit Twist, let me ask you.
Yes.
What's your New Year's resolution?
You know what? I don't have one, but there's a very good reason why. Because I take life as it comes, and I wouldn't realistically change anything because it has made me the person I am today. So it's kind of just take things as it comes. If it changes, it's meant to happen.
Your New Year's resolution is to live like a shark. Right, you're gonna just be in the moment, right? Are you gonna excuse me one second? Hang on a second.
Oh, come on.
Are you okay? Dan's Future, are you okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just have
You just have a sore throat. You sure? Because that looked like something else, man.
Come on.
Oh, okay, all right, good. All right, good to know. All right, everybody. Well, let's see how we're doing here. Mr. Producer, do we have any clarity on the vote situation? The audience is getting restless.
I see that. We're spawning our some secondary entertainment down there. I think we've had some shifting around. I need an extra moment. We'll check the head count, but we are
it is very close, everybody. So we're just finalizing things now. We like to keep things as fair as we can. You know, we do have some people in the middle that are undecided that possibly have just arrived. All right, so we're gonna maybe move over, pick one side or the other. But maybe this will help. Let's see here, Fruit Twist. Maybe you can give an impassioned plea to the audience. Tell them why they should like switch sides for you.
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't, you know what? I wouldn't actually ask people to move sides for me if they prefer Miko's answer better than mine, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just here for the fun. If I get eaten by Fang, it's not the first time.
So be it. Yeah, you and Fang go back. Yeah. That's excellent. Now, Miko, how about you? Can you give an impassioned plea to the audience to get them to defect over to your side?
Hi, Mike.
I got you. I need to live. Keep me alive. Everybody move to my side, please. She's great. I'm great. We're both great, but I want to live. Please.
Okay. All right, Mr. Producer, any clarity? We have a final answer. This isn't that show, Mr. Producer.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Do we have a result? There we go. That's better.
We have a result.
Safer.
But do we have a drum roll? No.
No, we do not. Our special effects will become a mess.
It looks as though, and the margin is very, very slim, guys. It could have been anybody's game, but I think Fang's going to get a meal tonight.
Oh, I see. Fruit Twist.
I'm ready.
Meet again. You're ready. All right, well, Mr. Producer's going to send you on your way, but you do remember to give us a good scream on the way out?
Too right. Let's do this.
Does anybody know where you are? That's very important.
Well, I have 2 people in the audience, so...
Wait, are they the type to press charges? Are they the type to press charges?
They might do. Yeah, they might
All right, so on the way out, I want you to, as you go down, I want you to give a good scream, but I also want you to yell, "I consented to this." That'll help.
Well, did I? I can't remember.
I do recall asking. We have it on film.
We have it on film.
All right, Mr. Producer, if you could do the honors, it's getting a little bit, complicated over here. Let's do this thing. There we go. Yell out, "I consented," though. All right. Well, Miko, I have some good news. You are our winner today. First, we're going to ask our audience to mix up their positions so nobody can see how you voted. Go ahead and shuffle around. And when you get where you're going, move your arms back and forth just like this. Let me see everybody. Start moving those arms. There we go. All right. I see Miko's already looking back there. Miko, you weren't supposed to turn around yet. It's a clear violation of the rules. But you're okay. All right. What you can do now is just go ahead and walk off of this platform here. It's probably the safest way out. Right? It's a little dangerous up there toward the end. All right. And we're going to ask you to stand over here at the front of this bridge and face my personal photographer, Fang. And Fang's going to take your picture right there. Right? Now, if you look toward me, we're going to ask our audience to come together because we're going to put out this picture that'll go out on our Twitter as we announce our winner. All right. Halion, what's going on? You okay over there? Okay. All right. So listen, everybody, if you throw up all the emojis that you can, throw up all those emojis, right? So we can get a nice picture here. Here we go. I'm going to take your picture in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, excellent. Oh, that's a good picture. Oh, that came out really nice. All right. So now what we're going to do is what's going to happen is turn around, look at all those emojis flowing. That's just for you. How's that feel? Look at that crowd.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, very nice. All right. So now what we're going to do is in about a day or so, you're going to receive a friend request from Sharky himself, Miko. And all you have to do when you get a friend request from the Sharky, that's what it'll say, is accept that friend request. And once you do, shortly after that, you're going to receive a 12-piece world building kit. It's not going to have all 12 pieces in it. Items are going to gradually be added onto it through now and January 10th. Right? And after January 10th, we're going to make an announcement on our Discord, and all those items will be considered stable for you to place in your world any way you like. All right, and that's it. So you're going to receive that out. And you were a great guest, and thank you for being on the show. And listen, everybody, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be, having another show. Let's see, this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Please check us out on the events tab of your main menu and come on out and see us. We'd love to have you. You'll find us in your local time zone on that events tab of your main menu. And what's going on over here, guys?
Thank you.
Yeah, girl. Been on you the whole time.
Really? Yeah, what did you try? What were we trying here? What were we trying?
My hardest.
Well, we tried. It didn't work out? Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, everybody. That's terrible news. Okay. All right. Well, maybe better luck next time. Yeah, a little bit more focused. That might help. All right, everybody. I'm going to see you all next time. Until then, I'm Michael Forrest, and I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Jump.